Hello everyone. Saw an interesting video from Peaches yesterday. And he was talking about how music throughout the day is constantly there. People go to work, whether it be working in factories, restaurants, outdoor jobs like landscaping, building a house, road construction. There's music there that these people listen to while they're working. The whole whistle while you work song, applies. Whistle while you work, sing while you work. As far back as time began, people were singing while they were doing their daily task to motivate them to get the job done. Slaves sang spirituals to feel closer to God, even though they were going through these hard, trying circumstances of being treated just terribly. But singing these songs was a source of comfort for the slaves. I mean, on down the line you can go. And he applied it to his life, like I'm going to do with my life, in my response to his video. Again, Peach is a very interesting video, by the way. Last night after I watched his video, I started to formulate in my mind the response. And I thought of things such as I might have mentioned before. And matter of fact, I think I did mention before. I would listen to the song Eye of the Tiger by Survivor in the morning before I went to school. It gave me motivation to go to school. Because at that particular time I did that, there were some very difficult people at school I had to face. And probably today as an adult problem, that would seem small in comparison, but to how old I was at the time, it was a rather huge and frightening task to face these people sometimes at school. And that song gave me the push I needed to get that job done, to go to school. When I was in junior high, and I started getting into music, I'd play music to do when I did my homework. These guys, Petra, they were a large part of that, of the music I listened to while doing homework when I was in junior high school. Boy, that long ago. Sometimes, Tim, your videos make you feel awfully old, don't they? But anyway, Petra was a big part of that. As was Europe's The Final Countdown. I remember when I first got this, and you go through the stage of playing an album to death when you first get it. I remember I would play this. I was past playing the Eye of the Tiger phase at this time, but I'd play this to get ready for the day and go off to school with songs like Rock the Night, Danger in the Track, Cherokee in my mind, those songs giving me the burst of adrenaline. Um, Yesterday, when I was folding church bulletins for my church's service on Sunday, and a lot of times when I do that task, I find myself listening to Skillet's Unleashed. And I'm sure when the new one comes out in August, called Victorious, that could probably replace this for what I listened to during that task of folding church bulletins. I thought about even younger days. And sometimes I still do this, but there were younger days I would need music to help calm me down, relax me enough, get my mind off of the day enough to relax enough to go to bed, to sleep. And started off listening to a country station in the town I lived in in the particular time. Got very familiar with some country songs I remember to this day fondly hearing them when I was relaxing trying to go to bed. A few Ronnie Millsap songs, Stranger in My House, I Want to Miss This for the World, Alabama, Take Me Down, Mountain Music, Love in the First Degree. I could go on. Then when I got a little older, and in the mid '80s, and turned into the being interested in the rock and pop thing, and living in a different town. My family moved all over the place when I was a kid due to my parents' job, but living in a different town, a pop and rock station would have every weeknight a top 10 at 10, where they would play the most requested songs, the 10 most requested songs of the day. And I always remember lying in bed, like, okay, who's going to be number one today? It could be anything from Whitney Houston to Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer to Whitney Houston's Greatest Love of All. Pierce Terry, Glory of Love was in that countdown when that song came out for the Karate Kid Part 2. So literally from the time I woke up in the morning till I went to bed, music was there, whether I was listening to it directly or having songs run through my mind. Some songs I heard during the day that, run through your mind and drives you crazy because A, you don't like the song, but it still sticks in your mind, or B, you don't know who the artist is and it's driving you crazy. Which has happened to me a few times. Southside by Moby being the biggest example I can think of right now. I talked about in a previous video music I heard and I still hear today that make me think about being at hockey games or other sporting events. Again, Survivor's Eye of the Tiger being one of them. And also, those same songs might have getting me motivated to participate in some of the sports I participated in as a younger child, before my eyesight precluded me from doing that. But what Peaches tried to convey and what I'm trying to convey is music is everywhere. And it can not only be a helpful entertainment tool, but it can be used as a tool to help you accomplish what you need to get accomplished in your day. Like particularly around the holiday season, when my work schedule is at its busiest. When I go to work, I find myself thinking, Okay, what holiday song am I going to hear 15 different renditions of when I go to work today? I mean, when you go to a dentist office, there's music there to help you relax. I mean, it's all over. And this world would be such a dull place without it. Well, anyway, there's my little video to add my 2 cents into Peach's video on the same subject. Peaches, if you watch this, I hope you enjoyed this response to your video. And everybody, you have a good day and a good weekend, and enjoy the music.